Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadia. Now I want to talk about models of the sign. Model of the sign divide into two sections. The first one is models, node types, and digital and analogy. What is mode node types? Mode node types is a sign can be an icon, a symbol, an index, or any combination. And then digital and analogy. And digital and analogy divide into two parts. The first one is analogical signs and then digital signs. What is analogical signs? Analogical signs is visual image, gesture, texture, taste, and smell. And then digital signs. What is digital signs? Digital signs is involve discrete units such as word and whole numbers and depend on the categorization of what is signified. And then I want to talk about the Piercean models. And before that, I want to show you my mind mapping. This is my mind mapping. This is okay. And then the first one is the Piercean models. At around the same time as Saussure was formulating his model of design and of semiology. Across the Atlantic, closely related theoretical work was also in progress as the pragmatist philosopher and logician Charles Sanders Peirce formulated his own models of design, of semiotics, and of the taxonomies of science. Peirce offered a three-part model consisting of, this is the part 1 is the representment, and then an interpretation, and then an object. The representment is the form which the sign takes, called by some theorists the significance. And then an interpretation is not an interpreter, but rather the sense made of the sign. And the last one is an object. An object is something beyond the sign to which it refers. The interaction between the representment, the object, and the interpretant is referred to by Pierce as semiosis. A good explanation of how Pierce models work is offered by one of my own by the student is Roderick Monday. The three elements that make up a sign function like a label on an opaque box that contains an object. At first, the mere fact that there is a box with a label on suggests that it contains something. And then when we read the label, we discover what that something is. So an object divided into three sections. The first one is symbol or symbolic, and then icon or iconic, and the last one is index or indexical. Symbolic is a sign which refers to the object, and then iconic perceives resemblance, and then indexical indicates something. This is the explanation. Symbol or symbolics, a mode in which the signifier does not resemble the signified, but which is fundamentally arbitrary or purely conventional. And then icon or iconic, a mode in which the signifier the perceived as resembling or imitating the signified. And the last one is index or indexical, a mode in which the signifier is not arbitrary but is directly connected in some way. These three modes arose within Pierce's triadic models of the sign, and from a Piercean perspective, it is reductive to transform in triadic relation into a dyadic one. Okay. Symbolic signs such as language are highly conventional. Icon signs always involve some degrees of conventionality. Indexical signs direct the attention to their objects by blind compulsion. Indexical and iconic signifier can be seen as more constrained by referential signifiers, whereas in the more conventional symbolic sign, the signifier can be seen as being defined to a greater extent by the signifier. And the last one is symbolic mode. What is popular usage are called symbols would be regarded by semioticians as sign of some kind, but many of them would not technically be classified as purely symbolic. That is my explanation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.